Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. How are you doing? I hope you're having a lovely day. So if you hear any machinery noises in the background, that would be my washing machine. Um, yeah, so we are just going to have to deal with that. So good luck. Uh, so this is a Indian mansion house. Mansion house. No, it's a mansion. It's also a house, but so I before I do any builds, I like to go on Google and research different styles and look at different pictures, and I go through the traditional, the modern, each different style. What I went for in this house, I went for it's a modern. Yeah, it's more modern. It's not really traditional, I would say. But in every room you have one statement piece or something that really reminds you that this is an Indian house. Uh, since we have the movie Hangout stuff pack, it came with a lot of bohemian items. Um, that does represent a little bit of the Indian style as well in terms of patterns and color schemes and just decorational items. So I use that pack a lot, and I would say that it is quite essential in this house. If you don't have it, I think your game would replace it with different items, but you can still play in it, but I don't think it's the same thing. So at the outside of the house, the one thing that tells you that this would likely be an Indian house would be the roofings. It took me quite a long time to get them right, exactly like I wanted them to. Um, from the rest of the house, I just, basic half wall trim on the top of the house. There's no actual roof on it. Lots of those houses are like that as well. They tend to have a white throughout color scheme, but in the Sims, white on white just doesn't look good, especially in this world of Oasis Springs. Because of the lighting engine, the white looks cream, it doesn't even look white, and I guarantee you the color on those walls are pure white, but they look creamish for some reason. So I added a little bit of stone as well, just to provide a nice contrast there, and to liven up the house. I used dark windows and doors, so it would pop up a little bit as well, otherwise it just looks very bland. So this house technically has 7 bedrooms, although 2 of them I didn't furnish them as bedrooms. But I mean, you can just delete all of the items, put some beds in, make it look all nice, and you have a bedroom there. One of the bedrooms I decided to make a little zen area, so I put in a massage table, a manicure and pedicure chair, some yoga mats, and just basic bamboos and lights and stuff like that, just to make it look pretty. So it would be a room for you to go and relax and have a nice massage, or sip a little bit of champagne, because if you live in this house you would have the monies. um, the other bedroom I furnished it as a home office. I thought that a house like this did deserve a separate area where you would work and be on your computer and stuff like that. um, Off the dining room, you have a quite lovely kids play area. So it has lots of toys. They have their own television. Um, the rooms, the room, I mean, I paint like a rainbow scheme on the walls. So every different section of wall, I put in a rainbow color. I think that at the end it looks very colorful and very child friendly, and a good place for kids to go and play. and I just like that idea that they would have their own space where they could do their own things. The room even has a little balcony, which is at the front of the house, with a little table where kids can do drawings and stuff like that. I did include a lot of skill building items as well. Sometimes in my builds you may not find them, but if you look well enough you might. There's one thing that I always forget to put in, and that is a chess table. I don't think I have ever used one, to be honest. But in this house I did use a lot of skill building items, and you will see them in the garden, under a tree or something like that. So I think that in the end it is a well balanced house. Every area has its own purpose, and there's lots of activities that you can do. We are obviously limited in the Sims 4, but that's just how it. So this house did take me quite a while to furnish. To build, it was very quickly, but to furnish and to do the landscaping, it did take me quite a while, and you will see that some of the bedrooms and some of the rooms, I have not included any footage of them, but I do always include several screenshots of those rooms. Just because this video is already too long. If I'm going to put every single thing in it, it's just going to be boring and way too long. So I like to include all of the building parts so you can see how I actually built it, and where you can have like little different ideas in terms of decoration. Every person likes what they like. I might like something that you don't like, and vice versa. So it's not really too important to show decoration. So that is just what I done, and I was just trying to get on with it, because it gets quite tiring at times, but I did have a lot of fun. I started building this on Wednesday, when if you don't know, I'm Portuguese, and if you don't know, Euro 2016 started, and there was a match on Wednesday between Portugal and Hungary, and I listened to it like biting my nails and building a house. Just my way of coping, I guess, with stress is building in The Sims. So yeah, therapy. Uh, so this little room that you are seeing right now is the playroom. I included, as you can see, lots of knickknacks and little toys, a little dollhouse. I did make a boy's bedroom and a girl's bedroom. You can, however, change that if you have, different color needs. You can just change the colors. It's pretty easy. Nothing too complicated there. But I made the playroom for everyone. Every color in the rainbow. You have pinks and blues and greens and oranges. Oranges. Oh my god, no. Not oranges, oranges. I included a lot of also this little wicker chair. I quite like it. I'm not quite sure now looking back at the colors, but I do like the chair. But I didn't use it at the front of the house. I think I end up changing it, but then again you can always check that on the screenshots, and I will probably take about 300 screenshots for this video. So yeah, get a coffee, get a tea, and get ready. I really had so much fun building this house. I like building different styles that I'm not used to. I have never in my life built an Indian house, and to be honest, the Indian culture is one of that I love the most. I love the music, I love the food, I love the people and the dance, and I think they're all very happy people, and I really like that. And this was actually requested for me to build, So if you are from a very specific place in the world and you would like me to build a very specific house, please do let me know. If you have any ideas, please do bear in mind that my channel is it's themed based, so there's also always a theme to a house. So it's not like modern house, and then give a name to a modern house, and then a second modern house with a different name. I want to make themed buildings, so from different places in the world, or like fairy tale story things, like things like that. If you would look through my videos in my channel, you can kind of get what I mean. I built a lot of different things, um, things that challenge me, that are different, that it's not in my comfort zone, is what I like most. If you don't know, my preferred style of building is modern, as it has always been so. But if you look through my videos, you would see that it has been quite a long time since I haven't built a modern house. I have been more attracted to more classical and more Victorian houses, and I really enjoy building those because it is not my style. So I build it with someone in mind and not thinking about what I would put in a house or what I would like it to be. So yeah, challenging myself, I like to do that. So that said, if you do have any suggestions, like this was a suggestion. So if you have any of those, do put them in the comments down below and I would read it and put it into consideration. I do have a next build planned and I think it's going to be quite nice. I'm quite excited to start it. So it is a little bit later now. I had to stop recording for a second because of my washing machine, because it is so bloody loud that I was afraid that the microphone would pick it up and it would, override my voice. So I stopped for a while, and in this little break I built another house. uh, pretty effective. I built a swamp shack, so it's like a swamp house, a little shack, and it's a very tiny house. It's like a 7 by 5, something like that. So it's quite small as well, and it is already on my gallery. I will make a video out of it, I think. I'm not quite sure. Sometimes I build things and I think that I'm going to put them on YouTube, but it's just like, I get a bit lazy and I just don't think that something should be on YouTube if I am not 100% okay with it. I mean, I like the house that I built, but it's not like, whoa, something innovative and something special. So, I don't know. I will think about that. I do have all the footage and everything, so I might do it as well. If you do have any suggestions, like I'm always saying, please do remember to put them in the comments down below and I will check them out. I'm always wanting to do different things, so the swamp house came out of that as well, trying to build something different. And I was going for maybe a rundown house, like a shack, but the inside is actually pretty nice, pretty decent. Yeah, so if you do have any ideas, please put them in the comments down below. And I don't know what to say. I have been talking for so long about this house. I don't know what to say right now. There is one thing that I should mention, which is that in my mind, right in my head, building this house, I wanted to be something like someone had bought this house and had renovated it. Their style of furnishing is modern, so they modernized the interior of the house in floorings and wallpapers. And at the back of the house, It is like a full floor-to-wall windows, so you can look outside and have beautiful views. So I thought that would be something that someone would renovate the house and think, like at the front of the house, it's very private. The windows that you do have shades, and you can now really look into it. But at the back of the house, it's very open and maybe a bit modern, and you know make the best of the view that you have. So that is what I went for. Anyways, do let me know if you like this. Don't forget, I've got a lot of screenshots coming up, and if you do want to download this house, it is of course available right now. You can just press the link down in the description down below. It will take you directly to my origin page, where you can add it to your favorites and download it in your game. Otherwise, you can find me on the gallery, and I will put my name on the screen right now. That is Sims Designs YT. That is my origin ID, and there is a whole bunch of hashtags I used as well. Anyways, I do hope you loved this video, and if you did, please give this a big thumbs up, and if you are new here, why not subscribe? I make videos every week. Bye guys!